Goodness gracious. Dual mag. Is that the way ladies like to call them?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
That's his high school name. What's going on, guys? Big Buff Werewolf Man 223 here, coming in with another hot one. He's already done the werewolves, Mel. Keep with it. Wait, he's already done werewolves?
Yeah.
What?
I did the sorcerer guide on, like, you play a sorcerer, but you don't actually fight with your spells. Alright. This recording is gonna get way too damn long. Oy vey.
I don't know. I don't actually know what we're doing here.
Welcome to the Roleplay Mechanic, where I like to break my favorite games. Today, I have decided to go in and foobar the Magus class, but this time it's a little bit different. I have someone as a point of reference and inspiration. Who are you? Why are you here?
I've been kidnapped, and my name is Mel, and I'm new to Pathfinder.
So, do you know why I brought you here? I think I gave you some reference, but I kept it a little vague.
I don't know why I'm here other than something about beginners.
So, this started kind of as a bit of a joke, but trust me, it is very lighthearted.
So, what are we doing? Are you gonna be asking me questions as a new player, or like,
So I brought you on for a little bit of a change in pace in the last couple weeks. Today I will be showing you what the Magus is and how it works, and then we'll be going in to say and show how does it not work and how you should not play. To help with a frame of reference, I have someone here to give me inspiration. It was a lot of fun building up this one. Mel, introduce yourself.
hello? I don't know what else to say. I've run out of words.
That's a great intro. How would you describe yourself? Why have I brought you here? What do you have reference on, Magus?
Well, if it means anything, I've had a year's experience with D&D 5e, and I am new to Pathfinder. I've so far done like a total of maybe 6 sessions, if you count the first one with where I played. I had a lot of fun with that one too. It was a lot of fun. I'm new to Pathfinder, and I'm trying to remember how to play my class. It's a Magus class thing. I forgot what it's fully called, or if it was just called Magus. It's really complicated.
Yes.
But
That's
it
great.
doesn't help
It's
that
called Magus.
Yeah.
Hey, Mage knows what Magus is. Let's go.
Magus' Pog spell. It sounds really cool. That's why I chose it, even if it is like advanced.
It
for
is
someone who's
definitely an
new.
advanced class.
I want to learn it, but it's like I gotta remember how to do everything. It's just like when I first played D&D. I still don't understand how to play right for a class I've been playing a year long for.
In these videos, I often use the same phrase, saying, in order to know how to do something wrong, we have to know how to do something right. After all, they're both sides of the same coin. As a Magus, you have multiple attributes that you are dependent on. Your key attribute is either going to be strength or dexterity, but your spells are going to be scaled off of your intelligence, meaning that you require more dependencies on different attributes than other classes. As a Magus, you have 2 unique core features that make up your class. Namely, the most important ability that a Magus should be using almost every turn is called Spellstrike. For 2 actions, you cast a spell and attack all in one. If your weapon hits, it procs the spell. Plain and simple. So this is the core feature of the Magus, which I wanted to go off of and say, what if we never use Spellstrike as a Magus?
I don't think I've used it once yet.
And that's why I have brought you here, Mel. You were an inspiration on this. So I made a whole character, both its archetype, all its feats, abilities, everything, and it is a very, very effective character that never uses the core class feature of the Magus, Spellstrike.
I haven't had a situation for it yet. I keep forgetting.
Alright, let's take a look at the build.
Yes.
As you can see here
Whip it
from the
out.
inspiration art, yeah, we're whipping our two massive dual mags. We are going to be a 2-weapon fighter. At level 2, we will be picking our dedication, the dual weapon warrior. Oh, here we go. Look at the art for dual weapon warrior. The smash. Pass?
I don't think I like Panthers.
Cat all the way.
Hafu says smash.
Hard pass?
The nose bridge is too wide.
So much smash, smash, smash. Wow, there's a huge gap between everyone. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
We will be picking up the dual weapon warrior at level 2 for the Magus for 2 different reasons. 1, there is absolutely no support at all for the Magus to use 2 weapons to fight with. There's no way you can do that. So, this is how we will be doing it. You absolutely should not be fighting with one-handed weapons in both hands as a Magus. There's no way that the class supports that.
You're telling me I could have 2 blades and not cast a spell? Sign me up.
As a Magus, one of your core things that you should choose at level 1 is your hybrid study. This is how you've combined casting spells and martial arts together. 2 of these hybrid studies involve you wielding 1 weapon and an empty hand. One of them requires you to be wielding a large 2-handed weapon. One of them requires you to be unarmed. One of them is all about using a shield. One of them is about fighting with a staff. And one of them is about fighting with ranged weapons. All of these do not support fighting with 2 weapons. So, if I'm not mistaken, what kind of hybrid study, our core feature, doesn't matter because we can't use any features from this. So there's 2 options here that you can take. Either talk with your DM, say, hey, can we just ignore the prerequisites of what weapon I'm using? Or you can just ignore this because the other stuff that we're going to be getting from our Magus class combined with our dedication that we're picking up, the 2-weapon warrior, can actually make a very effective character. So either talk with the DM or ignore your hybrid study, your core feature. At level 2, you'll be picking this up, but why are we trying to wield 2 one-handed weapons? It's not just because that the Magus simply doesn't support that. That is a fun little thing that I found out. But actually, I think it's almost intended by design. Because we are secretly going to be using another core feature of the Magus. Unfortunately, this does mean we will be playing the Magus correctly, but let's not focus on that. Let's just pretend that we still are playing the Magus incorrectly. So another feature of the Magus is called Arcane Cascade. When you cast a spell, or when you Spellstrike, you can enter a stance. For 1 action, you carry over the magical energy from your spell into your attacks. Now, for this entire build, we are exclusively never going to use Spellstrike, but we still can go into Arcane Cascade by using just any other regular spell, whether that be a spell slot or a cantrip, whatever have you. Before combat starts, we might cast something like Bless or Bane, or maybe some kind of buffing spell, just about anything. Or right as soon as, say, combat starts, maybe we take a quick range shot with like a range spell, and then we enter Arcane Cascade. Once we enter this, that's all we need to for the rest of the turn, then we just go full-on martial and we forget about our spells. I'm gonna take a pretty good guess, Mel, you don't know what Arcane Cascade is, do you?
I don't know what any of this is. That's why I kind of blank out.
Because I know that you know that Spellstrike is a thing, but you keep forgetting to use it.
Yes. I don't even
But-
know what Magus is, really. I just know it's my class.
I just assume that you probably never even heard of Arcane Cascade.
It doesn't help that it's like every other week or longer.
How does Arcane Cascade and Two-Weapon Warrior go together? Well, you see, after you have entered your Arcane Cascade, each of your attacks will cause additional damage based on your spell proccing your Cascade stance. For the Two-Weapon Warrior, we get to use a unique ability called Double Slice. For 2 actions, we get to attack twice, both at full attack penalty. This allows us to proc our Arcane Cascade twice. We're going to be doubling down on Arcane Cascade, causing it to be twice as powerful. The thing about Double Slice is because it costs 2 actions, we can't use Spellstrike with this because we won't have enough actions to use our Spellstrike. So we'll either want to use Spellstrike or Double Slice. Hence, the build here, we are straight up going to ignore our Spellstrike. Now that could have been the end of the video. I originally had this planned out of like, okay, how to Magus? Don't use Spellstrike, and then just milk the Arcane Cascade. Fight with 2 weapons because there's no hybrid study that fits for it, and ship it and call it a day. But after a couple nights sleep, I actually really ended up cooking on this and I have had a lot of fun.
Hey, yo.
So for this one, we are a Shaman from World of Warcraft. We dual-wield 2 light hammers, specifically. And we have our lovely little totem. So another funny thing that I noticed when I was looking at the Magus feats, a huge majority, almost all of the Magus's feats, either support, enhance, change, or otherwise effect your Spellstrike. I couldn't really find anything, at least in the earlier levels, that supports this build where we don't use Spellstrike. So I'm like, okay, let's just take the generic ones, Familiar, and then at level 4, Enhanced Familiar. Like, okay, we just got a pimped out Familiar, cool. And then it hit me, this is our totem as a Shaman. This is just going to be some totem thing that we place down, and it enhances us with whatever kind of buffs that we give our Enhanced Familiar. I'm like, it actually works, it makes sense.
I can have a familiar?
Yeah. In fact, we just
Ooh.
hit level 2. You could pick up Familiar right now, yeah.
Like, what kind of familiars are there?
Anything you want.
Oh,
It could be a cat. It could be a chair.
A chair? Can I have the
It's
chair
anything.
attack?
Yeah, probably. let me read, just get clarity on this one.
Can I sit in the chair?
You can definitely sit on your Familiar's face.
I could just sit on a chair. I could summon a familiar chair that can defend me and I can sit on it.
We'll be playing a Magus by entering Arcane Cascade, having a totem familiar be standing by to buff us or debuff us. Some additional cool things that I did not notice that would end up being in this class is that we can also throw our hammers. We can proc our Arcane Cascade with melee attacks, throwing our hammers. I strongly recommend picking up the Thrower's Bandolier. When you put items into this, it gains attribute runes that you applied into the bandolier, applying those to all of the thrown weapons in there, so you only need 1 set of runes instead of 1,000,000, as well as whenever you throw a weapon from the bandolier, it automatically respawns back into your bandolier, so you do not need to catch all your thrown weapons, you do not need to find them, you can just throw to your heart's content.
That sounds really useful.
Hell yeah. There's probably a
Oh
pretty
my
good
God.
chance you're not going to use 20 daggers into single combat, so you probably don't need to really reload.
Daggermancer! I
Hell
cast
yeah,
dagger!
brother.
I cast dagger! I cast dagger!
Whereas a thrown weapon, you can either choose to use strength to attack with, or Dex to attack with. And if it hits, you get to add your strength modifier to the damage.
Oh, okay.
Needless to say, the Shaman build here is going to be a full strength dual wielding warrior, so we're going to get plenty of damage out of our basic attacks. Oh, okay, sorry. Almost done. There's a couple more things. The roleplay aspect, hence the name of the YouTube channel. So, this character, this class, the Magus, is locked into the arcane spell list. Now, the Shaman, I feel like in World of Warcraft, would have access to a lot of primal-like abilities. So I have introduced some things into this build if you want to play it very specifically the way I have it set. For example, Spirit Speaker, which allows us to, after killing an animal or beast of any sort, we can make a nature check to resurrect the spirit of the animal and ask it a question. This could potentially give us a lot of very helpful information with just about any kind of environment we are, and it really leans into the aesthetic, the vibe of who the Shaman is. Moreover, at level 4, we will be then picking up Trick Magic item, so that way we can now use Druid items, Druid spells, staves, wands, all that good stuff, and we can really lean into a more nature kind of feel, even if we are locked into the arcane spell list because of the Magus. Wow. So this was how to not play the Magus. I had legitimately a lot of fun with this after I had started. At first, I was thinking it wasn't quite gonna work. It was like, okay, we do Magus, do 2-weapon, and then just ship its ended, whatever. But then when I realized, I'm like, wait a minute, this is practically a Shaman from Warcraft, and then I really started cooking. We pick up Talk with Spirit, we have like a totem familiar. It was a lot of fun. And obviously, this is definitely not how you should play a Magus. Do not use this build, even though it's very effective. Yeah, definitely don't have a lot of fun with this build.
Keep on finding your path, finders.
I kind of like that one.
I hate you.
I think that's perfect.
All right, outros in chat. Everyone, pull.
Chat, give us your best outro.
See, this is how you really be a true content creator, is milking everyone else for content.
I love milking everyone. Don't you agree, chat? Oh, that reminds me, I was gonna say something earlier revolve around milking, but I can't remember. Oh yeah! Like you could do like a YouTube series of can you milk it with every like species in like fantasy.
Oh.
I was getting that kind of idea while I was waiting for you to do the worms thing. I'm sorry, what? No, nothing, Amber,
That's
nothing.
a very fun idea.
Can you?
I'm trying to. Ironically, I'm thinking of how to milk that because I wouldn't want to make it a single video. I would do multiple parters of like. Episode 1, can you milk it? We look at all the dragons and decipher whether or not they are milkable.
You gotta think about the science behind it.
Episode 2, undead. We know for a fact that most of these, if not all undead, probably cannot be milked. But you wouldn't believe who might actually be milked. Stick around to the end.
Undead milk?
Dude, that's a good
What
idea.
flavor?
Hold up. I have a text file in here somewhere where I put in ideas.
I would rather not. See, You're not adventurous. You gotta be adventurous with this sort of thing. Do not want to milk the undead. What are they gonna do? Complain about it?